Well, let's bring in Forbes media chairman and editor-in-chief, Steve Forbes himself. Steve, you've been around for a little while. We had a problem with inflation, and it seems like the Kamala Harris plan is either let's price fix or let's give money away. In your experience, how is that going to work?
Well, you don't have to have a personal experience. Just look at the history books.
Right.
I'm old enough, though, to remember Richard Nixon, how well those price controls worked and the great inflation of the 1970s. Look, whenever government creates a big problem, and this inflation problem is government created, government then says, you got to give us more powers, more control to deal with the problem we created. And that's what we see unfolding here. On groceries, everyone's now pointed out 1% to 2% margins is hardly price gouging, but they want to have the power to determine whether your prices are fair. That's a Soviet-style system. They want to introduce the income, universal income, starting with the child tax credit, $6,000 a year. They know people are upset by rising prices, so they say, we'll lower them by government fiat. And they make it sound like if you just say it, sign an executive order, it's done. So they can lower the nominal prices, but as they said in the Soviet Union, it's free, but you can't get any.
You have this administration that has targeted farmers and ranchers. You look at the Central Valley of California, it is a breadbasket. A lot of farmers are there, and they're shutting off the water. So the farms are going out of business. They're attacking ranchers. Well, if you attack our food supply, prices are going to go up. And so the answer is, get rid of your bad policy. Let farmers and ranchers grow.
Well, as President Trump said yesterday, get rid of the barriers to building houses.
Yes.
Why does a development in Texas take a few weeks to get underway and years in California? And on water in California, talk about agriculture there, half of the rainfall, average annual rainfall, is flushed out into the Pacific Ocean. Flushed out, either for environmental reasons, crazy ones, or they just can't build reservoirs. So it's not a water shortage, it's government shortage.
But to put an exclamation point on this, they believe that profits are evil, and they're going to decide what a company or a small business gets to earn. And this is the path. She is further left, way further left than what we've seen in the last 3.5 years.
Yeah, this is cronyism. They decide who gets money and who doesn't. And where are you going to get the investment to get this new technology, to get the new housing, get the infrastructure? It doesn't grow on trees. It comes from people creating resources. If you don't have an environment where people can create resources, government money printing ain't going to do it. This is tyranny. Her presentation today, very cheerful, nice crowd, warm smile and all of that. Really bad face, a good face on the most radical leftist, Stalinist policies in American history. This would be an unmitigated disaster.